Whoa! It disappeared real fast. 1 second, I pulled it up. It was there when it was gone, like almost instantaneously. That was weird. Did you remove it?
Oh, I think I clicked the banners on the top. I think it accidentally took it away.
Oh, there you guys go. Now the banners are gone. There you go. Oh.
Well, let's get after it.
it.
Who are we? What are we doing?
What's going on, guys? Brew Crew's in the house. Hope you guys didn't miss us too much. You know, the whole markets were ripping them in the afternoon. I was gonna say the morning, but it was really the afternoon. Do we have more to go? I don't know. We'll have to go and find out with you guys. We have a lot of exploring to do, but guys, before we get into our beers and exploring and talking about the wonderful creations of crypto today, we have to tell you guys, please smash that like button, the golden thumb. Please smash it up, but preferably not down. But if you want to do it down, then it is okay. That's right, guys. Like the ow. Just kidding. And then we got the subscribe bell. You ring a ding a ding like that. That's how your ding a ling rings. And guys, the subscribe bell is in the corner, so check him out. Yes, let's go. And in my corner, I brought me a huckleberry lemonade. It is a vodka huckleberry lemonade and it is running 11%. My goal was try to beat Trent's beer. Also, it just sounded like a good summer spring beer. It is a 503. It's better than an 805. So let's know that. Out of Oregon, let's get a nice little crisp SMR pop. There we go. There we go, man. Smells fruity, not very hoppy, but
it's not going to be hoppy. It's a vodka lemonade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Smells delish.
Well,
that taste on the palate with no head coming in. It tastes like. Let me try one more time. They did a good job. It does taste like lemonade, a little sour, but a little after. It's almost like, it doesn't say blackberry. It tastes like, I guess it says berry. It didn't say blueberry. I thought blueberry. It tastes like a lemonade blackberry vodka. Tastes good, smooth, right to the palate, back to the throat. There's no head on it, so I'm straight as it can be. And no two-finger me. We're gonna have Trent pop open one of his new things, and how many fingers he gets.
Well, my beer shipment came in an hour ago, so they're still getting acquainted with the refrigerator as we speak. So
drink it warm, man.
I'm popping open an 805, and
805. Hey, that's funny. You had an 805 today.
Yeah. At one point, you could only get these. This is one of my favorite store-bought beers. It's between this and Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
Sierra Nevada.
But at one point, you could only get 805 in California. Then they started expanding. I saw it in Utah once in a gas station. It's been in Vegas for a while.
I saw that it actually originated in Washington and then actually migrated the same year it started, migrated to California.
Negative. Firestone Walker Brewing Company.
Maybe you should look up the origins of the whole story and how they had a family feud and they split.
What is this? Freaking Aldi and Trader Joe's? Anyway.
Trader Toes?
So this is coming in at only about 4.7%. It's a blonde ale.
Out today.
It's a blonde ale. It's light. It's crisp. It's actually a honey blonde ale. It's got a lot of character to it for for being so light. But because the ABV is so low, you'll probably see me open up another one of these before the stream's over. So yeah, cheers.
Not too bad. Shabby. Cheers to Bitcoin hitting 107 today. We haven't preached yet. Hey, when we break 100, I didn't cheers. We break $109,356. We will drink an entire glass of bourbon on stream. Me and Trent. And the competition will be who can drink it. We can't slam it, but you have to have it done within 30 minutes.
Yeah. Or I'll open up a stout. Hey, I want to show you something actually.
A stout? That's not a bourbon.
No. So I'm not, T-Square is the resident cigar buff here.
I am, dude.
On the Blockchain Brew. I'm not. I've only, smoked. I've smoked a couple here and there over years, but I want to get into it. So I was going to ask what you think about this bad boy.
Don Fumas?
Don Thomas. Allegro.
It's hard because there's a little distortion in your camera.
Oh, it's a little cheap.
Read it to me. Is it a Maduro or is it a blonde? What size is it?
5.5 by 50.
By 50? That's a smaller. It's kind of like Robusto. What's up, Nesquik? Did you get your flip-flops?
Allegro. It's a little cheap one, like $15, but
yeah.
I don't know.
What's up, Kyle? H4, dude. I got it right here, dog.
There she is.
Ooh, nice. Did you light it in the house?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm just showing it to you. I didn't light it in the house.
No, let me see it again.
Oh.
Hex and pulse chain. We can take a look at that. Oh, that does look pretty good, though, Trenton. That look pretty good. Yeah. I've never been able to smell them too much unless it's like a Maduro. Oh, not Maduro, but an infused. And primarily because I think it's because I'm a trash guy. So, like, my nose, it takes in a lot of scents throughout the day. And, I legit, have a hard time smelling.
Can you smell it through the camera?
No. You should go put that away and go look up Hex. I want to pull out a couple of mine so you can see them.
All right. Go look at Hex, you said?
Hex and pulse chain.
Somebody, I posted a Cardano video, and I have no shade on the Hex community. I think it's a cool project. I'm not that deep into it, but I posted a Cardano video today, kind of defending the allegations against Charles Hoskinson, and I had someone hop on there in the comments and say, "Oh, well, he's talked trash about Richard Hart and Hex, so he deserves it," or whatever. I was like, "Well, I'm not sure what he said exactly, but somebody out there in the cryptoverse didn't like it. I can tell you that much."
Here's mine, Trent. Here's my one of my Gurkhas. I don't know if you can see. It's 125th year anniversary.
Oh,
the Gurkha. I like this size. Here, I also really like this size. This is a Tirano. It's a thicker one.
Thicker? I don't even know her.
Yeah, right. And this one's a number 6 Rocky Patel. This is generally like the size I go for.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, dude, I love my smokes, man. I only do them. I try to get one in a week, but generally it doesn't work out that way just because I'm too busy. But if I go play poker, I'll probably have 2 or 3. Mm-hmm. That makes up for it. And then I'm like, all next week. Oh, what's up, Daniel? It's cracking. You came in when I was grabbing a couple of my cigars. I have a table. It holds 450 cigars. It has a glass overframe to the top. You can look down into it, dude. It's super nice. I'd love to show you guys, but my camera don't go like that.
You should do a short one day in there.
I should.
Because then we can always turn around and play the short on stream.
Hey, you know what? I do smoke really nice cigars. Maybe if we could get to certain likes, I'll mail them. I'll mail some of them out to you guys.
You know, I've thought about that too. Like,
I'll mail some cigars out.
Yeah, I've thought about sending someone, you know, a 4-pack of monkish beer, or I don't know, a stout, a bottle of bourbon, you know, something.
Yeah, that'd be kind of a fun thing. You know, we get to like
500 subs.
Yeah, if we get 500 subs, maybe we'll both do that. We'll donate some funds to ship out a bottle of Compass whiskey.
Yeah, yeah.
Or a bottle of XO, and we'll both sign it. First giveaway. If you and then we'll write on there instructions. If you return it at 1,000 subs, we'll upgrade your bottle to something else.
Now we gotta be certain bottles you shouldn't be writing on. You know, I'm not gonna send someone a bottle of George T. Stagg. Not that I even have one of those.
You're in Malaysia, dog? Dude, that's hella far. I have a buddy of mine. He was in Malaysia last year from for like 6 months, from like May to August. So yeah, this is about the time you call. It's probably like what, 10, 11 right now in the afternoon for you, Daniel?
Good stuff, Kyle. That's the attitude to have. You know, I wasn't quite sure what the beef was, but you know, it's always good when community members can, you know, do the better thing for crypto as a whole, which is, you know, look past drama and, you know, appreciate the fact that there's good things about both chains. You know, I'm a huge supporter of Charles, but you know, he also gets fed up, and he also ends up with like a short fuse sometimes. And you know, I back Charles all the way, but you know, it doesn't mean that I got nothing against Hex. But yeah, someone out there in the cryptoverse wasn't happy in our comment, but that's the nature of the beast. In my video earlier, someone was like, yeah, Charles said bad things about Richard Hart and Hex, so like that's what he gets coming to him. I just commented back and said thank you for the engagement.
Hex doesn't look like it's getting ready to turn over, man, on the daily. It's pretty far down. We haven't fully clipped yet, but it looks like it's trying to get that rounded bottom on the blue oscillating waves. VWAP slowly kind of coming up. I'd rather see a more harder rip to the upside, but I'm looking at the daily right now. 12 hours, it's getting there, maybe.
Daniel, what do you do in the office?
We got 21 just fell below the 50, though. I don't usually find that a great sign. And then the weekly is kind of nasty. Dude, what is going on with Hex? I would expect it to be wanting to rip with the market. The one thing you got going for you is this green dot with this double red candles. As you see right here, we kind of shot up. We got a couple reds, and we shoot up again. So we might get the couple reds and shoot up again.
Hey, dang, that's dope.
Hey, there you go, man. It's a fancy pants.
I bet
your pulse chain probably looks pretty similar to this. I'm gonna pull pulse chain too.
Did you move to Malaysia to do that, or are you from there? I mean, you know, cost of living over there. You know, if you can make some good trading gains, I don't know what capital gains tax is like, but I don't know. I'd be curious to know like what ways you go about getting a come up out there. You know.
Is this Hey, Trent, which one's Pulse? Pulse chain.
PLS. I believe.
PLS.
PLS.
S and Sally.
Yeah. Have you traveled outside of Malaysia, Daniel? If so, or if not, where do you want to go?
H-bar, Hex, Pulse chain, PLS.
Hey, no capital gains tax on crypto. That's what I'm talking about. Catch me in Malaysia. I thought about Puerto Rico for a minute. I followed this girl in Puerto Rico that was living there because there's no capital gains. Her name was Mariah Monetize. I was following her channel back in 2021, and I think that she like got some pretty bad. I think she got hurt pretty bad in all of the contagion in 2022 because she had stuff on Celsius, she had stuff on Nexo. What was the other one? BlockFi. She was using all of those.
So, Trent, if this is wrapped Pulse on Pulse chain, does that make it the same price as Pulse?
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta double check this. I think this is gonna be the best I'm gonna get, but I'm gonna look it up on Crypto Bubbles. Pulse is it Pulse X or Pulse X and then there's Pulse Chain?
Yeah,
right?
I agree. Right, I agree. It's not Pulse X is what you're looking for. I don't believe. Yeah, I agree with that, Kyle. Because number one, like the cycle of how these things work is that you get a breakdown in Bitcoin dominance followed by Ethereum season where Ethereum has its day in the sun. It outperforms the rest of the market for a little bit. And then, not that Ethereum stops running, but, after it's outperformed for a little bit, then you get the trickle down to higher cap alts and
Pulse
lower cap
X,
alts.
your mom on Pulse Chain.
But I do remember in the last cycle there was kind of this correlation between Ethereum and Pulse and Hex. So.
Dude, neither of these are right. Yeah, I have Pulse Chain over here at 4233. I think the only place I could pull this might be CMC, which is actually kind of wild. Dude, you know what's up today is Mantra. Mantra's up. It literally just shot up this last hour, Trent, like this. Mantra, like, you know how it went down like this? It just did this back up, and it jumped up 21% instantly.
Wow. There is this thing where it seems like none of the platforms out there are that friendly with Hex and Pulse Chain. I don't know why they get ostracized so badly. I mean, I'm not like a huge fan or I'm not really a community member, but I don't understand what they did to anybody to get this kind of ostracism from all of these platforms.
I don't understand that either, but if I had to guess,
because the market cap of Hex should rank it higher on CoinMarketCap,
Well, it's actually ranked 106 on Bubbles, but the thing about, I'm pretty sure Pulse Chain and Hex Chain and Pulse X, they all mimic each other, so you probably look at Hex and then be like, oh, this is probably what it is. And what I mean by mimic each other, we were talking this to Daniel yesterday, like the one chart is right here, the Mana chart is right here, and the Gala chart is right here. I mean, they all very similar on the blue oscillators, very similar structure. So I'm pretty sure that Hex is like that too. The money flow is deep in the red. We have a trigger rate coming to the downside. It looked like we bottomed, but now it's looking like a fake out. We kind of shot up to the 200 and came right back down. Like, this is looking pretty wild, to be honest with you. I don't know if you could call this a double bottom. It shoots up, almost touches it keeps doing this weird spikes up, but it almost shoots up to like the 200 and then comes right back down. You seeing that trend? Like, it does that all the time. Yeah. I don't know why it does that here. It's done comes down here and shoots up. Doesn't go to the 200, goes to the 50, then breaks up. Comes to the 100, comes right back down, comes to the bottom, comes back up, comes back down, comes back up, comes back down, comes up. I'm like, dude, what is going on with this?
Yeah.
F, man, hope it dips and fills my bids. Bids, man. Bids. Hey, remember, Daniel, what we were talking about? Like, dude, like, project out, because wait for that perfect sweet trade to come in. You could get filled and then be like, shoot, man, I'm dumping it. And filled it. I had this during the bear market. I had a buy order at XRP at 55 cents, and it was like $1.12 or something like that. And I literally looked like this, and XRP, I can't remember what it was, but it was crashing. It was like April 14th, like 2 years ago, and it was crashing down. And I was like, hey, look, my order's filled. Yeah, and it liquidated. Like, I was like, what was that? And then it goes down to like 30 cents, and it wicks right back up to 55 or 70 cents or whatever it was at. Like, it's kind of hard, you know, sometimes with limit orders. Dude, I remember that was crazy news. Dude, this is just a nasty chart, man. Like, if it, you know, I feel like this is probably the bottom where it's coming to. So I still think it has some more possible room to the downside. Maybe these wicks filled it, and we'll get into the end of this trend. But it's really hard to tell. But Trent, don't we come back up to the 200? Because we're pretty far below it. But the 21, it fell through the 200. Everything's been kind of separated. It's
well,
pretty hard to me.
Well, you come up to the 21. You're not guaranteed to come back up to the 200. But you know,
it came up to the 21.
Yeah, I mean, if you flip the 21, like, you know, getting above the 200 is a reversal signal.
Is this a leg? So I know death cross right here. The 21 cross and the 50 is a leg and indicator loop that we came down. Do you think that we'll have more continuation? And I think we possibly will, because we had this bullishness. See how the waves are lit up. Now they're like not lit up. So I feel like this should continue a little bit longer before it wants to reset.
Yeah, show me with your cursor where the 21 is.
This white line's the 21.
Kyle said, can y'all explain hash graph technology? A bit. So a hash graph is not technically a blockchain.
A blockchain, yeah.
It is a hash graph, right? But it uses it doesn't process blocks in a linear order.
Doesn't it use like the consensus nodes to all keep each other accountable?
Right, which in one sense so do blockchains, but if you were the best way I can describe it is a visual, to where if you had a blockchain, everything is sequential. And in a hash graph, it doesn't necessarily have to be linear and sequential in order to you know, maintain consensus mechanism. So, you know, if one node, you know, finishes processing something before another, right, you know, it just doesn't require things to be so linear.
Here you go, Kyle. ChatGPT'd it, gave me the perfect answer. Hash graph is a consensus algorithm and data structure that allows a network of computers nodes to agree on the state of a distributed ledger without the need for traditional mining or proof of work mechanisms used in the blockchain systems like Bitcoin. Key features of hash graph: directed acyclic graph, DAG. Hash graph uses a DAG structure where transactions are represented as vertices and the relationships between them on edges. This allows a high scalability and fast transaction and processing. Gossip protocol: nodes gossip or share information with the transaction with each other. This gossip protocol efficiency propagates data across the network, reducing latency. Consensus via virtual voting: instead of mining or staking, Hashgraph achieves consensus through a virtual voting process based on the gossip history. Each node can determine the order and the timestamps of transactions without exchanging additional messages. High throughput and low latency: Hashgraph can process thousands of transactions per second with almost instant fidelity, making it suitable for applications requiring high speed. Security and fairness: Hashgraph offers a synchronous Byzantine fault tolerance. ABFT, meaning it can withstand malicious actors and ensure fairness in transactions, ordering, preventing, manipulating, or censorship. Deterministic fidelity. Once transactions are confirmed, they are final and cannot be reversed, similar to a traditional financial system. And I could go into more on how Hashgraph actually works, but I don't know if you guys want that. If you guys want that, I'll continue reading how it does it work. But there you go.
So the key difference is, I just pulled up some notes. A blockchain is a linear chain. Like I was saying, everything is processed linearly in sequence, and it's slower due to mining and high energy use. A hash graph is a web-like structure, which is faster, no mining, and less energy. So again, visually, a blockchain is linear. One block is being produced after the next, after the next, after the next, in a line and in a sequence. A hash graph is an interconnected web of data. It's an interconnected web of data, and each node in that web contains all of the information that happened. Like transactions, emission, just like in a block on a blockchain. When a block is mined, that block contains all of the data that happened during the time period that block was minted, such as all of the transactions that happened. If you're talking about Bitcoin, any like the two.
We're bumping back up to 107 right now, Trent.
Bitcoin that got released into the supply, right? All of the data that happened during that block is contained in that block. In a hash graph, you wouldn't call them blocks, but you have, data heads that are interconnected like a web. And because it operates in a web, it's, it can draw information from another point of the web much faster than a blockchain can go back, in blocks to retrieve data. So
there you go. Yeah. Trent, before I tell everybody what Bitcoin's, we watch it live on the screen with Bitcoin hitting a new all-time high, you should go over our sponsors or affiliates. Get the fun part out of the way.
Yeah, so if you're looking for a leveraged exchange to trade on, hit up BidFi. BYDFi, build your dream finance, link in the description. You can trade up to 200x leverage. There's a bunch of coins listed. You can trade USDTM futures and Coin M futures. On Coin M futures, you get paid in the asset that you're trading. You can trade Bitcoin and get paid in Bitcoin. And
let's go.
Here's a cool feature. So the day that the new Pope got announced, the day that the conclave selected a new Pope, there was a meme coin called Pope that got put out, and on my BidFi app, I was getting smart money alerts, is what they called it, and it would tell me, hey, 5 addresses in the last hour bought Pope. So, hey, that's you get those smart money alerts if you're not the kind of person that's constantly looking for that sort of thing, and you get tipped off to it, then hey. Caleb and Brown, Crypto Brokerage, whether you're at Disneyland, at the beach, whether you're at the office in Malaysia, wherever you're at, you can forgive my ignorance, but is Malaysia, does it have a beach? Does it border the ocean at all? I don't know. Well, I know they have water, but everywhere has water. Can I trade Hex? Let me look at that for you. But yeah, Caleb and Brown, you can talk to your broker 24/7 at any time. and execute trades with over-the-counter liquidity, finding you the best price. And your broker is also available to talk you through, things like portfolio allocation and just have someone to talk to, which is invaluable. And we'll look at Crypto Analyzer Pro here in a minute too. But let me go ahead and talk while I look at
Oh yeah, man. So anyways, like they were saying, Bitfire is a great exchange. They got low fees. You could get trade in your coin, get paid in your coin, and you got Caleb Brown over here. They do great for onboarding new people. You can schedule brokers they'll talk to them on the phone. You got that nice customer service. In fact, you can actually talk to the broker for free. You can literally go on there and schedule a call just to learn more about it and to see if it's something that you're interested in, which is huge. I was talking to my dentist about it, and she doesn't understand crypto. Like, oh yeah, you should check out our link on Caleb Brown. And she goes, really? And I was like, yeah, they have a great system to help onboard new people. When you talk to a lot of people, the fact that they're a brokerage brings in that trust. We will talk to somebody on the other line, and the fact that they've been around, they're established, and that they keep all the crypto in cold storage, and so therefore that they always will be backed. And I've never had any hacks like you read about, Bybit getting hacked, and Coinbase just last week had data leak, and none of this has ever happened with Caleb Brown. So it's a really cool company that you can build a relationship with and establish like yourself. And then what do we got going for us too? And then we're going to go into the Crypto Analyzer tool, which is a great tool. We're actually paper trading with it right now. It's all AI based, and you can generate the news feeds, and you can ask it, hey, is this a good probable trade setup? And it is currently free through us for a limited time. I think we got about another 2 weeks, and then it will no longer be free. But if you can get it, well, we still offer it for free. You will have it for life. You'll be grandfathered in. So those links are in our description.
I don't see Hex or Pulse Chain, unfortunately, on BitFi. I'm about a 2-hour drive from the beach as well, Daniel, over in California.
I am too. over in Seattle. But
yeah.
We can make really good time if we link arms. But no, dude.
So let's look at some Crypto Analyzer Pro then. What chart should I analyze? And don't say Hex because I can't find the chart. Well, no, there is a Hex.
You should be able to pull it up. You should be able to pull it up on your end.
Oh yeah,
I think Crypto Analyzer should be able to pull it up.
Well, it wants top 100 stuff, but I have to.
Oh, that's true. Hey, but Pulse Chain's 106.
Wow.
So Hex might be top 100.
No.
Hex is 86.
On CoinMarketCap though, because it APIs from CoinMarketCap. Remember?
Well, I think you're okay.
No, because it APIs from CoinMarketCap. But I'm gonna take a snapshot of the Hex chart, and I'm going to. Well, I haven't even shared my screen yet. Look at me. Share screen. And
guys, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to help support us on small channels, because YouTube makes you have to ask for it, and it's a great benefit for us to help grow us, builds us up, makes us feel like we're doing something in the world. Also follow us on X if you're on there, and we are working on going to Rumble. We just haven't done it yet. Well, we've attempted to. Rumble's kind of been a pain to try to understand. I'm looking at Hex on CoinMarketCap.
And add to stage. So I'm over here. See, the last time I tried to do this, it wouldn't work, but we're going to try it.
Bitcoin's at $106,930, guys. It wants to break into a new all-time high. It's going to happen on the stream.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to do Hex, but let's
do Hedera. H bar.
Okay.
H bar is easy, guys. Plus, we all know H bar is going to the moon. Daniel, that promo is getting to me. I know, man. I was looking at trying to put a short in on Mantra, dude. Daniel, pull up Mantra right now, dude. It's freaking crazy, Mr. Ohm.
So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to look at H bar.
It's crazy. Pikecoin has a bigger market cap than ADA.
It does not. Why do you keep saying that?
It has a bigger market cap than Ondo.
Yeah, for right now. At one point, IOTA and freaking, point is, in 2017, IOTA was in the top 10. So IOTA was actually like in the top 3, I think. So let's see here. Did
ADA get to 100 billion last market?
Yes. It got just short of it, like 98. What on some data on some.
That's funny because the XRP is 138 market cap. So
yeah.
That being said, ADA is not even gonna touch XRP where it's currently at.
Oh, it's gonna touch where it's currently at. Easy. So, I mean, you mean to tell me, like, you're the guy that was saying $7 to $12, okay? So, like,
I'm thinking 8 to 12 for XRP.
You mean for ADA?
Oh yeah, ADA, yeah. 7 to 12.
I mean, and that's more bullish than me.
Yeah, you need to learn to be more bearish.
Yeah. Hey, what time frame do you want on H bar?
Let's do. You guys, what should we do? More aggressive or less aggressive? We'll do a scalp trade for the day.
Okay,
we'll do a 3-day trade or a 2-day trade. So you want like a 1 hour or 4 hour?
All right, let's go.
Oh my gosh, we're $44 away from 107.
So here we are. I'll take a snapshot of the chart, download image. I'll come over here, share my screen.
The 0 line. We got a green dot.
So guys, this is free for the next 15 days or so. I'm going to upload my image of the chart. I'm going to select my preferences. So I want to go aggressive, I want to go short term, and I want to go scalping. And I'm going to select my TA options.
$31 away. Is it going to hit 107?
What notes do you have for it?
For Hedera?
Yeah, what notes do you have for the analyzer?
To the moon. To the moon.
Like how much are you comfortable losing on the trade?
If I was long in it right now?
Yeah. 5%, 10%?
Yeah, we'll do 5%. I like to try to keep my trades between 1% and 3%, but so we could do 5.
I'm comfortable losing 5% on this trade.
Oh my gosh, and the freaking 50 days moving up through it. We just formed a golden cross with 2 minutes. Oh.
Stop loss. I would like you to generate a trade.
Yeah, I'm on the 5-second chart. Oh, and it's breaking up. $26 away from 107.
That could allow me to take profit within the next day or two. I'm gonna say within the next day.
That was a red X on the 5-second chart. It's okay.
All right, so here we go. Analyze chart. So guys, I mean, this is pretty cool, to be honest. Like, I'm gonna let it analyze, and I'm going to share this tab instead. and I'm gonna come over here to the exchange, and I'm gonna show you. Let's see.
On our 5 second, just dropped down to the 200 EMA and literally bounced off it like a mofo.
On our demo trading account, Crypto Analyzer Pro gave us a setup. Not last week, but the end of the week before. It gave a setup to go in at $101,897. The take profit is up closer to $114,000, and currently this is up $436 in profit. So if you had uploaded a picture of your chart and done what the AI told you to do, not that I'm advocating that, you definitely have to play with it.
Bankrupt.
You definitely have to play with it. You have to, it's input output. The more that you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. At this point, I'm just using it as a to kind of check my own logic about things, right, and see if it lines up with what I'm already thinking. I use it as a confirmation signal. But if you had just gone in blind based on what it said, you'd be up $440 in about 10 days, which is, hey, if this is if you're adding that on top of your income or whatever, that's nothing to shake a stick at, especially if you're reinvesting it in the market.
Are you looking at the analyzer, or are you looking at BidFi?
Well, I went over to BidFi to show this is the demo account. I went to show the trade that we took from Crypto Analyzer like 10 days ago. So here's what it gave me for HBAR. It's giving an entry at 0.195 with a stop loss at 0.193 and a take profit at 20 cents. Risk reward ratio at 250. Rationale: enter above a break of above the 200 EMA with a potential to hit upper Bollinger Band. Long setup number 2, an entry at 0.192 with a stop loss at 19 even and a take profit at 0.197 for a risk reward ratio of 2.5. Rationale: enter at a lower Bollinger Band support with RSI showing oversold conditions and a potential rebound. Long setup number 3, enter at 0.197, stop loss 0.195, take profit at 0.202. Risk reward ratio 2.75. Rationale: enter on a continued bullish momentum with MACD confirming an uptrend and aiming for a recent resistance level. So that third setup is kind of telling you to wait for the MACD to confirm and then go ahead and take it.
Before Mr. Bankrupt, I just happened to notice that I've never seen you in here before. I don't know if you have liked or subscribed to our channel, but we really appreciate to help us grow because YouTube makes us ask. It literally pops up a notification on our screen to notify us to ask it. Also, I am total agreement with you. Yes, XRP, XLM, HBAR, and etc. I really appreciate you leaving out ADA because we all know ADA is a meme coin, and that the superior ISO 222s are really the world global network is being built on. And I don't know if you agree with this, Mr. Bankrupt, but I'm kind of in the ball camp of Bitcoin itself has been hijacked in the sense like it was invented to remove the narrative of like the banks, but it's pretty much helping the banks come on board too and onboard and keep like the dollar in power longer and I don't know, control the normies, I guess, but better. You could tell me what you think about that.
Mr. Bankrupt, I just want to say, I didn't see your comment because I was on a different tab, but if you're still here and you would be so kind and generous as to subscribe to the channel.
I already just asked that.
Sorry. It would touch T-Square right in his heart. I needed to know it would touch you in the heart.
I said that already, though. I said to like and subscribe. That's how I leaned into him. I leaned in like this. Hey, buddy. Hey, are you new here? You the new kid on the block? Let me show you some stuff.
Well, so what did you think about those? Real quick, what did you think about those AI setups? Are there any that seem attractive to you?
Yeah, I'm pulling you back up, Trent. I would go with the probably long setup number 2.
Okay. Yeah. Well, the overview says that currently H bar is exhibiting a slight upward
I agree
momentum.
with you, Mr. Bankrupt. I do think that. Sorry, Trent. I do think that XRP will be dethroning Mr. Bitcoin. I don't think we'll do it this cycle. Maybe next cycle, depending on if we could do really good this cycle and really good next cycle. It's possible. I think we're 3 cycles away from dethroning Bitcoin. And I don't think Ethereum. I think it got as close as it's going to get, and it's going to slowly fall off. Me and Trent bet. He bet 1 ETH. I bet 1 ETH. He bet 2 ETH. And if Ethereum's going to be in the top 20, with the top 20 in 10 years from
now.
Number 1 is Korean exchange, dude. I believe it, man. I really believe it, man. You guys are you Korean? The Koreans are ahead of their time. North Korea. North Korea might be behind, but I don't. I haven't bet.
North Korea is simultaneously behind and also somehow ahead on the hacking front. They're like the biggest
and the nuclear
in
stuff.
The world.
Look at what $19 away, Daniel. $6 away. There it goes. Whoa, it's not on the screen for you guys to watch.
Let's go.
Let's go. Here we go. Let's just punch through it, man. Boop. Just barely. I knew it was coming. Nuke it. Nuke it. We're on the 5-second chart, so we should get a new candle every 5 seconds. Oh, man. I wanted to short Mantra, and I decided not to because of my brains. I was also a little nervous of Bitcoin pumping, too, to short something with super risky and 200x leverage. But I'm glad I decided not to do it.
Hey, Daniel, what good beers do you like in Malaysia?
You know what good beers they have in Malaysia? They have 805.
I don't.
They have 805. It's all over, apparently. Most people can get it almost anywhere now. They're that big. They're bigger than Budweiser and Bud Light. Did you see that cowboy commercial of Bud Light that they did after they came out with that transgender drinking like a beer in the bath? And they're like, maybe that wasn't as good as we thought.
I'm gonna grab my dog real quick.
You're just basic, man. Just a Tiger in Carlsberg. I've never even heard of those, man. What percentage are those? Daniel, I still haven't heard of them, Daniel. Huckleberry, man. Huckleberry lemonade, 11%. Vodka. Give me the vodka. I think we're just about to pump again. And we're going to jump right back into 107. Mr. Bankrupt, do you drink beer? Are you a beer guy? You like yourself a shot of whatever? I don't know. Did you say you're from Korea? There you go. I just called that. Did I just call that? Daniel, I said we're just about to jump again, and boom, 2 green candles like that. There we go. You know, I was reading the charts because we get this red dip down over here, which is giving like this green dot a little bit of breathing room. So you shoot up, you calm down. The bears think they win, and boom, we were up again. That's how it goes. If we came down, boom, we're up. This is the 5-second chart. Boom, we came down, we came up. We should get another red. Red snaps, boom, we get a green. Trying to find similar. It's hard to tell with the green chart. Like here you go up, you get a little bit of break, boom, we go up higher. We come down, boom, you get snap. Come down, snap. Pretty good. This would have came down and did not snap. You knew you could probably keep a short on it because it came down below the previous. We're in the downtrend. Boom. We snapped up a little bit. You know when to come down because we're in the downtrend. Snap, going to the green trend, uptrend. I wouldn't have known where the next snap is because it doesn't look like it snapped down here. You snap, come down. Now you know that we're probably gonna come back up. So we snap up, come down, baby snap within the trend. There we go. About 5%. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, it's lighter than I like to have. I prefer 8. I like around 8%. I have a buddy of mine. I don't know if you know where Utah is or not, but my buddy's from Utah, and I brought a couple beers down there, and they were 14%. And it was so funny, man. He's so much bigger than me, and I could drink 2 or 3 of them a night and just be fine, dude. And he's way significantly outsizing me, not like fat, but like tall and just stockier, more muscularly. And I was smashing these, and I gave him one. He was like, "Oh, dude, these are too high in alcohol content." Like, what, really? And Utah, they're all Mormons down there, and they don't like, you can't. Yeah, I don't know how it is in Malaysia, but I could walk into a grocery store and buy whatever the hell I want: beer, boots, whiskey, whatever, high-end tequila. And down there, you like, if you want to buy a beer above 5%, you got to walk into a booze store. And I'm like, this feels weird. This isn't right, man. Bankrupt, you still here? What do you drink, man? What are you drinking? Well, while we're watching Bitcoin figure itself out, I don't know if you guys find this entertaining or not. I like watching the charts like this. But I do have some news articles I can smash out real fast for you guys. Let me pull it up right now. Stop sharing screen. Share new screen. Share screen. Which screen do you want to share? We're going to pull up CoinTellTheTruth. We're going to add CoinTellTheTruth to the stage. Remove Trent. Remove Trent from the stage. All right. We're on a news article. Hey, I need JG here. JG was talking about this unicorn coin. I don't know if it was actually this one or not. Let's go to what's happened to crypto today. So we're just looking at this all fresh right now. Argentina, Milei shuts down task force investigating Libra scandal. Argentina President Javier Milei has dissolved a task force established to investigate the fallout from the Libra scandalous cryptocurrency project. The head of the state promoted on his social media channel before it crashed to zero. The investigative task force ITU was dissolved May 19th. Decree signed by Milei and Justice Minister Mariano Canue. Liberano government documents revealed. The research task force dissolved after completing its mandate and translate version. The decree read. The task force is being dissolved despite the pressure from the opposition groups, which is seeking to activate investigation commissions. As soon as May 20th, local media outlet Clarin reported government officials established the UTI on February 19th, days after Milei promoted the Libra on his official X account. Leah Argentina Libra crease something. His endorsement briefly sent Libra soaring from practically worthless to $5 a token and nearly $5 billion market capitalization before quickly crashing to zero in what happened to be a classic pump and dump scheme. The fallout from Libra sparked allegations of insider trading and manipulation, with Milei caught in the crosshairs. And then we got German government missed out $2.5 billion in profit after selling Bitcoin at 57K. I remember that, dude. I was so bummed about that. We're like, yeah, we got the momentum. We're going up. We got through 40s. We're at the 50s, and they started selling and crashed. The German government missed out on more than $2 billion worth of Bitcoin profit after selling its holding in 2024, according to the blockchain intelligence firm Arkham. The German government labeled cryptocurrency wallet had just shy of 50,000 Bitcoin, worth $2.89 billion, and an average price of 57,900 across multiple transactions. You know what? $2 billion. What's $2 billion to a country? I mean, that's kind of a small article. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think that's even worth reading? Because $2 billion ain't a whole lot. Ain't not a whole lot to a government. I mean, to me, it's life changing, but to a government, no, not important. It's the genius stablecoin bill. Oh, hi, Trent.
Hello.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, my dogs are going crazy. My wife's not feeling well. She was trying to relax in bed because she's not feeling well, and the dogs were like jumping everywhere. I could hear the barking, so I just went to go put him outside, and while I was at it, I grabbed a little
SMR,
a bourbon.
A bourbon. Oh, I thought that was a cigar in the container. It looks kind of like your cigar table.
Huge
cigar.
It's longer than my head. Could you imagine? Hey.
I've seen some pretty large ones, my friend.
Light it up.
Yeah. There's you don't know how big this is, but it's an 8-inch cigar, and it's 80 wraps around. So yours is probably like a 50 wrap. So an 80 wrap is like, it's like twice that size, and it's 8 inches long, and it doesn't quite look right putting it in the mouth.
I'll have to work my way up to that one.
Yeah. The U.S. Senate voted 66 to 32 on May 19th local time and enhance a key stablecoin regulating bill. Well, 66 to 32 is pretty large. After Democrat senators blocked an earlier attempt to move the bill forward over concerns about President Donald Trump's crypto interests. Several Democrats changed their votes to pass a motion and vote closure on the gilding and establishing national innovation for the U.S. Stablecoins Act, Genius Act, which will now be set bill debate on the Senate floor, which is pretty interesting. I feel like we'd have a harder time getting it through the House than we will the Senate, so that'd be pretty big. And I think about the stablecoins, Trent, do you agree that the House would be harder than the Senate to pass a Genius bill?
I'm not sure. Which one has more Democrats?
House.
Then yes.
So now we have the Senate, and we have more Republicans in the Senate. So I feel like this should be easier to pass in here. And the thing that was interesting about it is stablecoins. I was listening to Scott Bassett talk, and he was talking about a few other things in relationship to the U.S. dollar. And he said there was a lot of countries that can't get dollars that want dollars, and they were thinking that this can actually stablecoin regulation will actually help keep the dollar in power longer, which kind of loops back around to what I was just telling Mr. Bankrupt, that how the entire cryptocurrency market's been hijacked by like the bankers, and they're going to want to keep the dollar more relevant. And I'm not entirely sure how everything is going to happen still, but I did find that quite.
How many hours old is that article? Because I thought Jeb was saying today that all
this is today.
To go to Trump's desk now.
It says this is Crypto Today on it. Previous May 8th, Democrats withdrew the support of the bill. Oh, you might be right. Oh no, I know what it was. Wait. Oh no, wait, you're right. I said House. I read it Senate. So it was passed already in the House previously, and then it just got passed today in the Senate. Good correction.
Some of you have already seen this, but I've got E.H. Taylor here, $200 bottle. I got it on a little discount, and I made the fatal mistake of dropping I don't know if you can see it, dropping the cork into this bottle when I opened it up, which I was pretty upset about. But, that just means that we got to drink it faster, right?
You can get it out of the bottle.
Yeah, at this point, I've already, just kind of committed to speeding through the bottle, but let me see. And not all by myself. I share it.
Trent.
With friends, huh?
What do you think about this article? You don't need to read the whole thing. You can just read the interesting part.
Justin Sun to attend Trump's dinner with meme coin backers. Sounds about right.
What do you think about Justin Sun? Because he was also a huge investor in American financial.
World Liberty Financial.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't really
like this picture either of Justin Sun and Trump.
Yeah, I don't really think one way or another about Justin Sun. I mean, he's just kind of, he does strike me as a slosh fund, like, kind of person that's just, he's involved with some artificial pumping of the bags, I'm sure, but, him and a lot of other people we don't know about, right? So, is he good for the space, bad for the space? I don't know. I think he's neutral.
It's an interesting.
Yeah.
I read something I heard recently too, Trent, which where I stand with my politics. I'm a hardcore Trump fan, but somebody pointed out, I had to pull up the 5-second chart because Trent, look, 5-second chart's not on the screen anymore. I had to pull it back up. They were saying that Trump did all this business with Saudi Arabia at the same time it was building skyscrapers there. And I don't know if that's actually true or not, but do you feel like if that was a thing, that would be considered insider? He doesn't run, though. He doesn't, granted, it's a family thing. But he's not technically connected of that business. But it's hard to think that way when it's like, well, my son's running. It's like Hunter Biden and Joe Biden, Right. Or he's on the board of barista, But I also don't know if
he was technically above water.
Well, they were probably building those plants before they even started, before he got into office, because it's not like he could build a tower like right away, I mean, he won in November. Yeah. They probably were working on it before then.
Right. Well,
so you gonna drink your cork?
Oh, I just did. I barely poured like a half an ounce in here and drank it. But I will tell you a little bit about the bottle. It is we have E.H. Taylor single barrel, straight Kentucky bourbon whiskey of the topmost class, bottled in bond at 50%. And
Polish engulfing candle.
Says Colonel Edmund Haynes Taylor Jr. demanded perfection. His uncompromising standards for the highest quality whiskey are legendary. Accordingly, the barrel selected for this single barrel bourbon whiskey comes from the best location in a warehouse constructed by Taylor. Barrels aging in the heart of these warehouses are routinely evaluated to identify whiskeys with the richest and most complex flavors. These select barrels are allowed to age as long as necessary to reach their peak maturity. Each barrel is then bottled individually, one barrel at a time, for an uncompromised taste. The single barrel bourbon is a tribute to the legendary Colonel E.H. Taylor Jr., a name synonymous with topmost class whiskey.
Is that gonna pump? Is it gonna jump? I think it's gonna pump, guys. Here it goes. I recognize that pattern. It's got going. That's a bullish pattern. It's gonna shoot up. There he goes. It almost scared me for a second there because it turned red for a second. Again, this is the 5-cent chart. I think it's gonna keep going up though. I think so. I think it's gonna go up a little bit more. Go on, leg up on the 5-second chart. We got 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. I got pulled in the office today, Trent, because they said I was falling too close in this one video. They took my drive cam going off. And I was like, how so? And he goes, well, look. And I'm like driving like this, right? Side by side with this other car. And the guy goes like this. Oh. He goes, see, you're too close. Well, the guy just merged in front of me. How am I responsible for that guy?
Yeah, right.
What's up, Mr. Jeremer? J.R. Emer?
It is Bitcoin.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is Bitcoin. This is the 5-second chart, just so you know.
Have you seen Jemer
on the? Sorry if I mispronounced your name. You're the first Jeremer I've met.
Well, I do want to go ahead and just humbly ask that if you appreciate us being on here live talking about crypto at 8:40 Pacific time, which is 11:40 Eastern Standard Time, if you appreciate that, and you would be so kind as to subscribe to the channel, it would touch T Square. And
you don't know who
you don't know who T Square is because I have this obnoxious comment on the screen. And there you go. Now you know who T Square is because you see his name. It touches T Square right in his heart when you guys support the channel.
Oh, my eyeballs. You want to touch my eyeballs? That's different than the heart. You didn't see that coming. Oh, my chart disappeared. My chart disappeared, Trent. Ah! We did it. We did it. Success. Is that gonna pump? Is that gonna dump? It needs to move up more in the 5 second, otherwise it could go down a little farther, I think. Come on, break up, break up, break up, break up, break up, break up. Yes! Anchor trigger wave pulls out a W. There we go. Keep going. No. We don't want to break down. Keep going. You have 1 second to complete. No. We got it. Yeah. 2 more seconds. Break up. Now it's going down. And yeah, there he goes. Go up. Go up. We'll drop to the 50. No, on the 5 second chart, so he just doesn't hold huge strength. Is it going to go down the 200 trend before it bounces back up? Yay or nay? 1,000, 2,000, 3, 1,000. Oh, it's dropping. Let's say it's.
No, it's not quite going to get there.
I think it's going to get there before we come back. It's going to get right here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not quite going to get there. Okay, although it easily could, but yeah. I think that we're waiting for potentially a Sunday Monday pump for new all-time highs, but we could get it before.
Oh, maybe it's gonna stop right here. We're trying to make up its mind. See, it's trying to get around the bottom. Come on, round the bottom. We got the VWAP coming up. Strength going down. Let's go.
You know what we could do, Tyler? I mean, T Square. we could pump at about 5 p.m. On Friday. We could pump past all-time highs. Say we're already inching up to 109 before the close of the day. We could create a CME gap right around the new all-time high. How about them apples?
How likely do you think that is?
I mean, I'm gonna give it like let me look at the daily chart before I just start saying this. But
Trent, look, I might be right, Trent. I might be right. I think it came down where we thought it was gonna come down to.
I'm gonna give it like a 70-30 chance.
A 70-30 chance of what? For Friday or for it to touch the 200?
No, of breaking out on Friday.
Oh, we just made leg and death cross on the 5 second.
Moving up toward 109 on Friday and then breaking out after the CME market close and creating a CME gap right around the all-time high. We blast to 120 or, roughly 120, somewhere around there. And then we have to come back and fill the CME gap at 109, 110, which would also be back testing the previous all-time high. That's a perfect scenario.
I think we're gonna be at all-time high tomorrow.
Could be.
I think we'll be at 113,000 by Thursday afternoon. Dang. And then we'll come back and close at like 107.
Bro.
No TA. That's strictly the vodka talking. That's vodka mayhem, man. Hey, yeah. Trent, we literally, if this is bouncing up right here, we literally called that, dude.
Yeah.
We were like, dude, like half an inch away from the bottom, it's gonna bounce up. Granted, it's 5 second, but that's what we were thinking.
Right.
Now, my guess is it's gonna come up to here with before it decides if it wants to continue upwards or if it wants to go back down. What do you think? Come up to, this is where my crosshairs are, slightly above the green dot.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, I
wish we were. We actually had plans on going, but due to some friends of ours that needed our help, we were unable to attend this year, but hopefully next year we'll be there. And hopefully we'll be a lot bigger. You recognize us, and I'll give you like a signed cigar or something like that. We'll bring a bunch of cigars to hand out. And we'll bring out bourbon.
Hey, there's
we need bourbon bottles.
Hey, there's some good bourbon hunting to be done in Vegas.
Are you going? Are you going to the Bitcoin conference?
No,
no, not you. Mr. Oh. I don't know how to say your name, man. I'm very sorry, Mr.
Jamur.
Jamur? Is it Jamur?
Jamur. Mr. J.
Are you okay if I call you Jamur? Are you going to the Bitcoin conference?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. There's some good bourbon hunting in Vegas. You don't get the best discounts.
I just realized this came up to where we were thinking.
Yeah.
Again.
You got those double green dots down there on the bottom.
Snake eyes, yeah. The VWAP's above the 0. Strength's kind of like plateauing. The VWAP's kind of going down, but I think it's going to continue up. I'm hoping this blue oscillator wave will continue up into the upside. It's literally like a bilateral right now. It's like a 50-50 shot of going either direction, but I'm going to throw my coin in the upwards direction because I always have a problem shorting Bitcoin. Hey, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. We don't short it, man.
You know, I'm 2 hours away.
Dude, I can have weed cigars too, dog. I live in Seattle.
I'm only 2 hours away.
Well, I can't do it because for a living. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Yeah, you're good.
For a living, I have a CDL holding license, and it's very stringent random drug tests. So I can't have the devil's cabbage right now currently in my life. And I wouldn't say I would use it crazy, but you know, it would help to take a little bit of edge off in the weekend, the pain in my body, and to be able to just kind of chill out, slow down a little bit. Sometimes I feel like I'm going so fast, and it makes it really hard to eat burgers and smoke weed at the same time. I don't know if you ever had that problem, because I definitely have.
I live 2 hours away from Vegas, and I was gonna go this year, but you know, I'm currently in a situation where you know, I was working. I'll just put it like this: I was working
at a club, a male club. You were working at a male club. Say nothing if you were working at a male stripper club. That's just not a good sign, Jermer. He must really. He must like those male clubs. Hey, Trent. Say absolutely nothing if you really want to work at a male stripper club again. Trent, I'm trying to give you hints right now. No, I mean, seriously, look at your mic.
Oh. You can just tell me that I'm muted. Anyways, I live 2 hours away from Vegas, and I was gonna go this year, but you know, I had some work changes. I'll put it that way. I was you know, working in like content management for another YouTuber. Actually, I'm not gonna say who, but
we'll definitely go next time.
Yeah. But you know, there's been like some things that got changed around, and I'm day trading to make up income right now.
How's that going?
And pretty good. I'm killing it. I mean, I just moved like $1,000 over to the bank today from trading profits, and
Nice.
Not 1 day's worth. I mean, it's more like more like 5 days worth. But and
hey,
so I'm like,
the last 5 days I got my ass kicked. So you must be doing something better than me.
So I'm doing my thing and stuff, and I'd rather get into the charts than go to Vegas all weekend. Plus, my wife really likes to go to Disneyland and get the Disney Magic Key. So we got to buy those Magic Keys. Those are like I don't know, $1,700 a pop. And
what's a Magic Key?
And a year pass to Disneyland, and I like buying this stuff and all of my.
Hey, can you take me for Magic Key?
Yeah.
Does it work? Does it work for friends?
It doesn't, unfortunately. I think we can get a discount, but and then my 4 packs of beer that I buy are like $24 a pop. I already have some expensive habits, and then I just got the Magic Keys.
Exactly. Magic Keys.
So, I'm just going to sit the Bitcoin conference out and like kind of, I didn't plan it well enough in advance on going. I'd rather stay home and look at the charts. What I would rather do is go to Rare Evo in a couple months. I think that I would enjoy that more, especially being a big Cardano guy. But definitely...
Oh, what's that, dog?
Definitely as we grow, next year, I mean, if our channel is popping off, we've obviously got to go to the Bitcoin conference, right? So that's the goal.
Paul, I don't know how far you live to Vegas, but Jeremy just invited us to go to the Bitcoin conference. We'll probably go next year. He's going to give everybody weed cigars. It'll be a great time, man. I've never been high in Vegas. It'll be great.
Well, what was that? Oh, that's what I want to do. I'll do this real quick before we hop off. So yesterday, this is our little Cardano spotlight for the evening. Yesterday, I went on a little bit of a passionate rant, and weed in Vegas is the best. And I, P Square said that I was passionate, and I have Charles Hoskinson's back, and I do. So that being said, there are some false allegations circulating around about him, and they have to do with ICO vouchers in 2017. So what happened is that in the initial coin offering, you get a voucher back in 2017, and this voucher lets you buy some ADA before it ever got listed on exchanges. You could have got in, I don't know, fraction of a penny, I'd assume, right? And so you get this voucher and you can get into the ICO. And what had happened was that in order to redeem your tokens, you have to turn in your voucher. And when you turn in your voucher, you KYC. This is why ICOs have to be, this is how ICOs maintain regulatory compliance. And a lot of this was in Japan, actually, but they still, they have KYC requirements in Japan, obviously. And so you turn in your voucher and you go through the KYC regulations, and then you get your ICO tokens. And what had happened was that you had a bunch of people that didn't turn in their vouchers, right? And they didn't go through KYC, and it totaled like 300 million ADA. Well, 7 years later or so, they were still trying to get some of these people to, hey, come claim your tokens, right? And they were going to have to go through KYC. They were going to have to go through a whole new process, right? And still nobody claimed the tokens. Well, and this is what they say that they're looking at on the blockchain, the 300 million ADA moving. It didn't move to Charles. It didn't move to Input Output Global. It didn't even move to the Treasury, but it moved to a. I don't know if maybe wallet that had to do with Emergo. But it moved to, I think it was Emergo's wallet, and it moved to a holding wallet because they're going to have to either give it to the government in Japan or something. I'm not quite sure about that yet. But
we just ripped through the 200.
Oh yeah. So, the point is, I don't understand how any of this is considered to be shady business on Charles's part. You're talking about a guy, I said this last night, you're talking about a guy who burned his Genesis keys, his founder keys.
I thought you said General keys.
His Genesis keys. Like, his ability to, his ability to pull rank and utilize, his privileges as founder on the blockchain. He can't do anything unilaterally, right? He burned those Genesis keys. Anyways, I'll share my screen here and I'll play a clip of Charles kind of responding to some of this for himself. And there we go. Let me turn the music down a bit.
Dumping.
Music, where we at? Got you. Okay. And play.
At the end of the day, you have to see an audit report to understand what happened in the context of these things, how each stage evolved, how the voucher sale was done, how the ADA voucher vending machine was constructed by Sarakel, how the process of one creating a redemption for that, how the Genesis copy was done, where the code was edited from Byron the Shelley, which, by the way, is in the specifications, and people who are clever enough to read it could see it, and then the post-sweep redemption mechanic. The partners that were involved, like a regulated exchange, Remix Point, where people had an option to either take self-custody or redeem to an exchange. A regulated actor in Japan participated in this. The law firms that were involved, alongside the legal memos that were produced about how to do certain things and when to void a transaction. After 7 years, that had been sufficient time, and it was the opinion of counsel that pending transactions could be canceled. If you purchase something and you fail to pick up the thing, after a period of time, you no longer have the right to that thing. You're just simply refunded. That's how it works in pretty much every organized nation in the entire world, unless people are asserting that people have an unlimited to forever be a custodian of an asset. So then there has to be a process of, well, how does that refund work? And it's been exceedingly difficult to even find or contact the small set of buyers who chose not to redeem their ADA.
Right.
So at some point, those
how the hell
assets
do you track these people down?
Have to be turned over likely to the Japanese government, but it's going to be an analysis under Japanese laws, one of the closing parts before everything gets shut down.
So
that's what happened.
So, he brings up a very important point, and I'll make this quick, but, he asked the question, how long does an organization have liability to be a custodian of these assets, right?
Yeah,
like this idea of custodianship is a huge key to what's going on here, right? If you buy crypto on Coinbase, Coinbase is providing a service to you. Guess what service they're providing?
Holding your money.
Yeah. They're providing custody. They're providing custodial service. They are being a custodian of your assets, so you don't have to. Right? That is a service. That is not a right. Do we get that? I don't know. I know we here either get it or don't care about it, but it seems like the trolls
frozen on a better frame. He's the way he is looking.
It seems like the Cardano trolls out there on the interwebs don't understand this. Like, let's make it simple. Let's make it peer to peer, right? If T Square says he's going to sell me some I don't know, some Bitcoin, right? And I don't want it to go into my custody, and I say, here's the agreement. I'm going to buy a voucher from you. And I want you to hold on to these assets for me. Meaning that, I want you to be responsible for knowing where they're at, for knowing what wallet they're held in, for knowing, ensuring that they're safe and secure. And, at the end of, once I go through the, the KYC requirements that are required for me to buy these from you, then I'm going to come and give you my voucher, and I'll go ahead and take them off of your hands. Well, what happens when I never turn in the voucher?
You lose it.
Like, and this is better than losing it. He's saying, hey, you get refunded, is what you get. But that is best case scenario. Like, that's if they're able to manage to track down the very small set of buyers that participated in a 2017 ICO who didn't KYC, so it's almost impossible to track them down. Like, how long are they just supposed to custody these assets for someone who may never come back?
That's true.
Like, why? How this is equated to theft is beyond me. Somebody show on chain that this ADA is going to Charles' wallet. Somebody show on chain where this is going to input-output Global's wallet. Because it's not. It might be going to Emergo's wallet, but that, you're talking about a council that has to then do something with this in a way that's agreed upon.
That's true.
So, hey, that's all I got on that.
Oh.
And I'm just readdressing this because there's still articles and still tweets about this coming out today. Like, it's becoming a really dramatized thing, and yeah, is what it is.
Well, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, guys. 1 hour and a half of nothing but love from us, from the Brew Crew. You guys come out and show us support every night. We appreciate you guys. Trenton Nader loves it. I'm sorry that we made terrible jokes about the male bars, but I was trying to give him the hint about the mic, but he didn't catch it. And hey, it's a blast, guys, hanging out with you guys every night. And me and Trent really enjoy it. We enjoy the laughs and the camaraderie that we get, and the fact we can talk about Vegas, Bitcoin conferences, and weed, and we can make jokes about new people coming in. We can help look at charts that everybody else is interested in, and it's just, hey, it's something super great, and we appreciate you guys showing up for us, and we got your back because we wouldn't be here without you. I mean, technically we were, but I'm just kidding, but you know what I mean. We love it. We love and enjoy it, and we like to grow with you guys. So thank you so much for showing up. Trent, you have anything to say?
Subscribe to join the Brew Crew if you're watching this later. If you're here in the chat with us still right now, if you've been on with us this evening and you're already clearly a member of the Brew Crew, I just want you to know that you are part of the most hydrated community on YouTube. Cheers.
Cheers. Dab out.